What's up, everybody? This is Kadeaus. People mess up pronouncing my name because I think they think it's much more complicated than it is, but it is Kadeaus. Very easy, Kadeaus. And yeah, so I am making this video for the yin.io community, and I'm driving on the highway at like 90 miles an hour, so my eyes are gonna jump back and forth. But so yeah, so we're making this video. First question for the video is, who am I? Who is Kadeaus? You know, that's a really rough question. It's a really rough question because I don't really put myself in any boxes. I'm not really patriotic, so I don't really fall into that category. I don't really fit in with, if we go race, I don't really fit in with all the communities I'm supposed to fit in with. So I always just say that Kadeaus is Kadeaus. That's it. I am me. You can't put me in a box. You can't do anything that makes any sense to anybody other than I'm my own category, as some people define me. However, yeah, so Kadeaus is Kadeaus. I speak Japanese, which you wouldn't expect that when you look at me. I've lived in Japan for a year. I also speak Portuguese. I actually speak that better than Japanese. I lived in I lived in Brazil for 2 years, and yeah, so I'm kind of well-rounded. I do software development. I also do video editing and graphics design. However, we know this video isn't edited because I haven't had a lot of time to sit down, so it's just going to be raw-ish. So I probably better slow down. This is police land right here. And what else? So, yeah, so it's just I'm intrigued with the dance community. In the past, I tried to create a dance community, so to speak. However, a lot of people didn't believe in it at the time. I was still learning on how to build out communities. I can code, I can do software, but building communities, I haven't been so good at that. So that's probably what this is all going to be all about later. But yeah, so that is me in a nutshell. If I had to sum myself up in 2 minutes and 30 seconds, but I don't fit in any categories. I don't fit in any boxes. So Kadeaus is Kadeaus. Yeah, so moving on to the second question. Why is cryptocurrency important to me? So, wow, that's a loaded question because I can go on and on and on about stuff. So, I'm going to try to find a way to fast track this. Basically, not everybody in America is given an equal start. We all start at different points. So if this was a race and we're trying to get to the finish line, some people get a head start, some people are further behind the line. So, and for me in my life, I was one that started further behind the line. I was born when my mother was 17, so she was a single mother, starting at 0, and so I had a really rough life growing up as far as when it comes to finance and stuff. So I got my education in finance really, really early because there were things that I want. To this day, I still never got the little toy car that you could sit in as a kid and drive like a real car. You charge the big battery up. Those mini cars, I don't even know what they're called. And I always wanted one of those as a kid. And all the other kids would seem to get it. And I asked my mother, why couldn't I get this car like all the other kids had? And her response was not, well, we don't have enough money or whatever. Her response was, come here and sit down at the table. And so I sat down and she wrote out the math. I would be 5 or 6 of this age, and I could do math at the time. And so I wrote out the math, or she wrote out the math, and she's like, okay, I get paid $300 a week. All right, write that down. So that's what you got. And she broke it all the way down. Okay, you got your 300. You got to buy food. You got to buy gas. And so I learned at a really young age what money was and how important it was and how we didn't have it. So it forced me to analyze the world differently at a young age. And as an example, I didn't even get my first bed until I was 15 years old. So just to put in an example of how poor we were, we barely ate half the time. So for me to start at 0, I'm surprised. For me to start at 0 like that and be where I am today, obviously cryptocurrency didn't do cryptocurrency did a lot for me in the last 7 years than I could have done in the old system. And so that's why I feel that's why cryptocurrency is important to me. It's important to me because it's making people who are in my position that I was in, it gives them opportunity. It gives them the ability to take 100% control of their life. They don't have to participate in the rat race. If they do play their cards right, they don't have to participate in being blocked out of systems and processes, and you got to be this age, you can't do this because of your credit, or you can't do this because couldn't go to college because your parents, you couldn't get both people to fill out the FAFSA, and you didn't have, like, there's so many layers to the old traditional system that keeps everyone enslaved and keeps everyone bound, and it keeps you just, I can go on and on, but this is why cryptocurrency is important to me. It's changed my life. Cryptocurrency has changed my life. It multiplied how I changed my life. So, I mean, by the time cryptocurrency came around, I was doing okay. I mean, I still hadn't hit $1 million, but I was doing okay. And cryptocurrency catapulted me way past where I should be. So now I actually, like, when I was in Brazil, I took one of the favela communities and I've introduced them to cryptocurrency, and I do lessons on cryptocurrency, and a lot of them, their lives have changed because of that same thing. Just being able to get involved in the system early because they're educated, they have the brain. It's all about, if you have the brain power to understand, not the sorry, traffic made me lose my train of thought. It's all about the brain power, and not, are you 18, or do you have both parents, or what is your credit score, or like all the things that we have to deal with in our society if we live outside the system. Now that there is an option to live outside the system, it allows us to be able to grow and fix our lives or build our lives or whatever. But I feel that this is giving everyone, at least in this generation coming up behind us, I think it's giving them the ability to start off at the same point. No one has, besides Satoshi, no one has inherited Bitcoin. So everyone gets to start off. So I do another thing I do. I educate a lot of younger people. I think the youngest is 11 that I've gotten into cryptocurrency. Well, he was 11, he's 13 now, but I've gotten him into cryptocurrency, and he's made a lot of money thanks to 2017. So yeah. So that is why cryptocurrency is important to me, because it helped multiply my success. I guess I can say that. So my successes of just being just $250,000 or a little more, it helped me multiply my success out of this world. Like, I never would have ever thought I would ever do this as an individual, maybe a business or something, but not an individual. So so I've been in, I should say that too, I've been in cryptocurrency I heard about it in 2010. My buddy told me about it, and I thought it was interesting, but my question, being poor, my question was, what can I use this for? So I take $100 and I have all these coins, but what can I use this for? And he was like, oh, well, you can buy drugs. Well, I don't do drugs. So he's like, yeah, well, there's some sites that take it, but how is that any different from going to Tiger Direct at the time? Or how is that any different from going to Amazon or eBay? Like, why should I go to these deep websites to download or to purchase have these Bitcoins to purchase the same stuff I can go to these other sites and do? And so it just didn't make sense to me, because for me, having bottom of the barrel, hardly any money at that time, it didn't make sense for me to buy these coins that may, even if I just would have put 100 in, may do anything. But by the time I got back around was when it went, when it just hit, I think it hit like 75, then 100. And so I got in then, and still multitudes more money, but not where I would be had I done it in 2011 when he first told me about it. So, but no loss, I still got in early enough, and really I still feel like it's still kind of early, questionably, but it's still kind of early for even the new people coming in 2018 and beyond. But yeah, sorry, I ramble, especially when I don't have anyone to bounce things off of. So since it's just me, I'm just talking, and I usually don't even do that. So this is a different transition for me. But yeah, so I at least wanted to get this video done, and I got 2 more to go. So yep, I don't know what else to add. But yeah, maybe I can add, if I miss something and I think of something, I'll add it to the next video. And since this video is 10 minutes, I decided I won't edit it. I will just upload it raw, which I don't like to do at all if you look at my YouTube channel. But I will just upload it raw this one time. And I missed my exit, so now it's definitely time for me to get off this video. I am done. I will see y'all later. I don't have a sign off because I've changed them over the years, so I have no sign off. So I will see you guys later. This is Kadeaus signing off. I'll say that.